Graphic tablets are wonderful online teaching solutions, and I'm going to share with you information about how to use a graphic tablet in your online class. So here are 5 great ways to use a graphic tablet in your online teaching. First of all, as a whiteboard. Secondly, it can be used to draw diagrams and formulas. Thirdly, it helps to share your thought process with your students. Fourth, it's great for brainstorming and planning sessions. And finally, to provide students feedback on their work. So the first way to use this is as a whiteboard. If you are using Zoom or Microsoft Teams, you'll see that they have whiteboard functionality here. And this is a really great thing to use with a graphic tablet with a stylus pen, because you're able to keep a very natural way of teaching. Your teaching style, your handwriting style remains the same as it would in a physical classroom. So if you were to kind of write on the board when the students came in, all right, today's class, this is what we have to look forward to. This is what we're doing today. You can change the colors. And as you can see, students are able to follow along very clearly with everything that you are saying. So it's a great way to get students all on the same page, following along with you. All right, the next way to use this is to draw diagrams and formulas, which we often do in ESL classes. So for example, let's say we have this question: when can we use the present perfect tense? So we might want to review this with our students and remind them that, all right, so there are 3 different ways that we can use the present perfect. So I'm going to draw them out for you. So let's say this is a timeline and this is now. If something happened in the past at an unspecified time, I can use a present perfect, like I have been to Japan. Or another way we can use a present perfect, again, the timeline, if this is now. If something happened repeatedly again and again in the past, I have been to Japan 3 times. I can use the present perfect. Or thirdly, if something started in the past and it continues until now and might continue into the future, I can also use that. So I have waited to go to Japan for a long time, and now I'm finally going. So this is a great way to draw things out for your students: sketches, diagrams, formulas, and so on. The third way that you can use this is to share your thought process with your students. So let's say, for example, that I'm asking my students to write a sentence with a noun clause. So I could write a sentence like this: so he wanted to know something, what she thought. All right, let's go through this sentence and kind of see what I'm thinking about the grammar. So I know that he is the subject, and the verb, let's do that in a different color. Let's choose green. We've got this phrase, wanted to know. And finally, what's on the end? That's the object. So this is the object, which is a noun. And in this case, it's a noun clause. Why is it a noun clause? Because it has a subject and a verb. That's the WH. But all together, that is the noun clause. So in this technique, you can see that you're really helping your students to understand the grammar by sharing your step-by-step thought process with them. The fourth way that you can use this is to run brainstorming and planning sessions for your students. So for example, let's say that you are asking your students to do a seminar presentation in a few weeks, and they all need to choose a topic. So you might say, all right, everyone, let's just open up the floor to academic topics that you might be interested in doing for your seminar presentation. So Johnny, what do you think? Oh, I think I'd really like to do 3D printers. Wow, that's great. Another student might say, oh, I am going to be studying hotel management. So I really would like to do something on hotel management. All right, great. Okay, and David, what about you? What do you think? What are your ideas? And David might say, well, I'm really interested in studying solar energy. Right? So from here, you can see that you can use the whiteboard in a very nice way to get all of the students' input and really put it all together in one centralized location so that everyone can view along and join in on the conversation. Finally, the fifth way here I'm going to share with you is that you can use a graphic tablet to provide feedback for your students. So let's say, for example, Sarah gives me her homework and she sends me a Word doc. So in the Word document, I can, write a little note to Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Great work. Right? And then I might want to help her by making some corrections. So even though it was raining, but I still wanted to go for a picnic. So here we have the subordinating conjunction. Here we have a coordinating conjunction. I just need one or the other, right? So choose only one of an SC or a CC, okay? Number two, although the government has spent millions of dollars, they can't find a solution. So, I've got the subordinating conjunction here. I'm going to need to have a comma after that first clause. Or the third one, although the food was delicious, I ate a lot. All right, well, does that make sense? Maybe we want to change this to the word because the food was delicious, I ate a lot. All right, great. So here you can see that you can really write on the student's document. You can also do this in the form of a screencast, which I'm doing now, but you can talk through the feedback. You can also simultaneously give the written comments on the document itself. So those are 5 great ways to use a graphic tablet in your online teaching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to hearing your comments or questions, and happy teaching to all of you.